Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Zamboni Zone. Already? Alright, well today we're going to be first discussing a few things here. We got our bet, we have eliminations, the next round preview, and an unboxing. Because you can't see here, but we have some nice cardboard boxes to unbox here. So get ready for some excitement. So okay man, why don't you go over the bet with us a little bit, since it was your idea.
Oh, the bet.
Yes.
Well, we bet $1 on every game for each one of us who picked the correct winner, and then $10 for the exact score.
All right.
And both G-Man and myself...
Before you reveal who won the bet.
Well, I didn't say who won.
I know, I just want to specify. Let's talk about each individual matchup that there was a payout. We don't need to go over all of them, but the payout.
No, I don't even remember. All I know is that I predicted an exact score, he predicted an exact score.
You had Edmonton, Calgary in a win for Edmonton. I believe you said 4-1. I think it was 4-1 or something like that, 4-2. Doesn't matter the exact score, but either way, he got the right score, he got the right winner. So, there's a payout there, and that would be an $11 winner. But I got the right team as well, so that's only in the $10 winner. Saved $1 there by getting the right team. The next time that money was handed out was the Colorado-Minnesota game. This guy, for some reason, thought Minnesota was going to upset one of the high-flying teams in the league, Colorado, and they, in fact, did not. So I won $1 there. So for almost the remainder of that day, I was like, okay, I only lost $9 now. You know, a little back in it. I was worried for a while that I was going to lose like $60, but you came close. The Capitals had a 3-2 lead. You said 4-2. They couldn't get that empty netter to make it 4-2, but couldn't quite get that Capitals win over the Hurricanes in the proper fashion. So that night, you and I, we went look at some trains, and you want to tell the viewers what happened there with the Winnipeg-Vancouver game?
I don't know, Vancouver won?
No. Winnipeg won 4-1.
Oh, thank goodness.
Winning me the $10 that I desperately needed, putting me up $1. But there was still one more day of hockey left to be played. So, the next day, Dallas took on the Nashville Predators. And for some reason, I picked Dallas. I still hate them. I don't know why I would ever pick them, but he picked Nashville. Nashville won that game, which surprised me a little bit, but that lost me $1. So we ended up breaking even. That's the exciting finish all you viewers wanted, right? Moving on, let's talk about some eliminations that have occurred. So, recently in the NHL, we've had a lot of eliminations.
Such as the Vancouver Canucks.
Have you been watching hockey recently?
No, I just live in my imagination.
Well, okay. Well, we'll start with the first one, the Rangers-Carolina. The Rangers came out slow, and the Hurricanes defeated them in 3 games, a sweep, and this might be Henrik Lundqvist's last chance with the Rangers. You know, I saw by the look in his face in that last game as he's sitting there watching the game. Shesterkin played that 3rd game. I think this might be the end of him in New York, at least. I don't think he'll retire just yet, but I do think it will probably be the end of his career in New York. At least, I mean, I don't think he's starting ever again, so he's probably going to have to waive his no-trade clause and check out another city, maybe.
Yes, Seattle.
Seattle, that would be interesting to see him in Seattle. After that, we had Calgary taking out Winnipeg. That was not a sweep, that was 3-1. They did a nice job with that series. Winnipeg suffered several injuries. They lost Mark Scheifele, they lost Patrick Laine, and just throughout that whole series, they were fighting injuries and didn't really give them a chance to win. I know you're a Patrick Laine fan. You want to say anything about Winnipeg?
Go Flames.
Okay, this one I'll let you talk about. Arizona versus Nashville.
Well, the great city of
Glendale. Or Nashville, whichever one you prefer.
I was going to say Seattle.
For what? For Arizona versus Nashville?
Yeah, isn't that what they're doing? They're moving the Coyotes to Seattle?
No. Anyways, Coyotes. Big upset here. Nobody saw that coming. Just all-around team play from them. Brad Richardson scores the game-winning goal in the overtime after Philip Forsberg tied up the game in Game 4 and sends the Predators out of the bubble. Moving on, we have Chicago versus Edmonton. The Oilers, favored to win by many, did not disappoint. In fact, they did exactly that. They disappointed. They're going home. McDavid, gone. Draisaitl gone. The NHL's losing a huge marketing opportunity here because, their flagship player, Connor McDavid, will no longer be playing.
But, I mean, they're the only team so far to get booted out in their home city, so...
That's true.
They don't have to go anywhere,
Which, I'll get to talking about Toronto in just a minute, but... because I got some interesting things to say about them. But, yes,
I don't doubt it.
One of the host cities is now out, meaning that they are no longer going to be able to rig the officiating.
Which means now we have to move the bubble to an entirely new city.
No.
We're going to take the bubble and push it somewhere else.
No. Can't do that.
Calgary
we just talked about. Let's talk about Vancouver, Minnesota.
I meant put it in Calgary.
Oh, okay. It was strange seeing Calgary getting dressed in Edmonton's locker room and Montreal getting dressed in Toronto's locker room. Those are kind of like sacrilege type things for hardcore hockey fans. Montreal jersey, classic rivalry with the Leafs. Yes, it is a Carey Price jersey. Shutout in his final game against Pittsburgh. So we'll come back to Vancouver, then we'll talk about Montreal, Pittsburgh. Montreal, excellent job all around. I cannot say enough for that defensive core and Carey Price. They really relied on them because they didn't play very much offense.
Yeah, because Carey Price stopped every shot, right?
He definitely carried that team. I mean, in the fourth game, I believe it was, because they won 3-1. Fourth game, Carey Price shutout. He just had the team on his back. They only needed one. Arturi Lehkonen was already getting a hooking penalty there on his teammate, Paul Byron, and then put in the goal. So, excellent finish there, sending the Penguins home. And then finished up with a 200-foot empty netter from Shea Weber. So, goodbye, Penguins. I know LQ will be happy about that. Last time on our episode, he said this.
I do not like them. If they get eliminated, choice.
So, he's against the Penguins there. And we'll get back to Vancouver now. Vancouver, for some reason, my mother decided that she wanted to vote for Minnesota after they were already down 2-1 in the series. And they were up 4-3 in the game after dropping 2 leads, but they got the lead back, or up 4-3 in that final game. But then Vancouver tied it and won it 5-4 in OT, about, I believe it was 11 seconds in. So, goodbye, Minnesota. I'm not a fan of you. You're just so incredibly boring to watch. It's kind of like the 1990s St. Louis Blues, just very boring defensive hockey, not really flashy at all. So, I know you're a Blues fan. You might take that personally, but okay. For the next matchup, we're going to quickly preview this here. We got Chicago versus Vegas. That was just decided yesterday with the round robin, with Vegas taking first place after winning an OT against Colorado. We have Vancouver versus St. Louis or Dallas.
Vancouver's going to lose.
That will be decided today. Well,
either way.
Well, if Vancouver's playing Dallas, are you going to vote for Dallas?
Yes.
What kind of person are you? I thought you hated Dallas.
I hate Vancouver too.
Since when do you hate Vancouver? I mean, like, it's the first episode here, but I didn't know you actually hated Vancouver seriously. But
do you see me wearing a Canucks jersey?
Do you own a Canucks jersey?
No. Do I plan on it? No.
Well, maybe you got a Christmas gift coming. Calgary will take on the other.
He's serious about that too.
Calgary will take on the other half of that matchup, either St. Louis.
You
or
almost
Dallas.
bought me a Pittsburgh Penguins jersey.
So St. Louis or Dallas will be between Vancouver or Calgary. Either way, going to be a good matchup there. I'm kind of hoping for maybe Calgary, Dallas, and then Vancouver, St. Louis, because I don't know why. I just thought that would be interesting. And then we got Arizona taking on Colorado. That's going to be a tough one. I'm going to have to vote for the Yotes in that one.
Oh no, Avs all the way.
I have confidence the Avs will probably do quite well and win. But
yes.
I also thought the Preds would win, so you never know what Arizona's capable of.
Losing.
In the East, we have Boston versus Carolina. That was just decided today after Washington defeated Boston 2-1 in the round robin, and I'm gonna have to vote for Boston in that one.
Yeah, can't vote for Carolina.
Carolina just after 2006, they eliminated the Sabres in the conference finals. I know Boston's one of our other rivals in Buffalo here, but not as recent as Carolina.
Yeah, but they only ever take us out in the first round. That's.
And they let us have that sick Mayday goal. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. So we got to thank them for something. New York Islanders are going to be taking on Washington. Going Caps for that one.
Yeah.
I know. Sorry, Rianne from Rianne the Reran, one of our subscribers.
The Caps didn't really do
Big
too well
Islanders fan.
in the round robin, so kind of got some questions about
They did beat Boston, though, but I think everyone beat Boston.
Okay, but coming into that, they had, 1, if not 0 points in the round robin? So,
well, it happens. Anyways, I like I was saying, Ryan from our partner channel, Rianne the Reran, is a big Islanders fan, so I know he won't like to hear that, but he can vote for them. I'm not going to. Tampa Bay is going to be taking on either Toronto or Columbus. Now, this one, I'm going to take a minute to talk about Toronto and Columbus. So, in traditional Toronto fashion, just like their defeat against the Bruins a few years ago, they went and blew a 3-0 lead and lost the game in overtime. But
get this.
I was going to make an episode, because LQ said this.
The Toronto Maple Leafs, classic chokers in the playoffs. Leafs, they're great with their 3-0 starts. They didn't have that this year, so they couldn't blow it this year.
I was going to make an episode about how LQ was right about his prediction, and Toronto blew a 3-0 lead, but then Columbus went and did the exact same thing the next day and blew a 3-0 lead and lost in overtime. So now we got a Game 5 coming up. I believe it's tonight. And
only one. I
can't wait to see who's going to win that. On the bright side, if Toronto loses, they can't get that first overall draft pick, and they're probably going to get their faces kicked in by the Tampa Bay Lightning.
And the second host team bubble will be out.
Yes, but if Columbus wins, then we get a rematch of last year's series, and Columbus might be able to upset Tampa again, or for some god awful reason, Toronto. I mean, love you guys, Leaf fans. I know there's a lot of you, and you really love your team. I respect that. But as a Buffalo fan,
they're like rabbits. They just multiply.
Yeah, they're just everywhere. But as a Buffalo fan, we can't have it. They flood the arena, and they buy up all the tickets, and they just make those Leafs games miserable to attend. So definitely going to keep watching those on TV and being annoyed with the Leafs fans. But we do have a lot of Toronto Maple Leafs merchandise, as you know. We have the clock. We also have a mini stick on the other side and a banner over here. But those were joke gifts to LQ for his birthday, and I'm sure he appreciated that. I can't wait to see who will win, Toronto or Columbus. Either way, it's going to be a good series. And that only leaves one. Montreal versus Philadelphia. Who do you think's taking that one?
Philadelphia, honestly.
I think Philadelphia is going to win this series.
I'm
wearing a Habs jersey.
This is one series that I'm genuinely actually interested to watch, unbiased.
I kind of agree with that, because I'm wearing the Habs jersey. I do love Carey Price. I like the Habs. They did me a fantastic favor eliminating Pittsburgh. I can't stand Pittsburgh.
Don't get me wrong. I hate the Flyers.
I like Philadelphia. I mean,
there's something mentally wrong with you.
I like their talent. They got a lot of offense. They got Travis Konechny. They got Giroux. Voracek. Like I said, I don't like him as much, but he's still good. I know you like Gosh Despair.
Yeah, he did great last night. Are you kidding?
He's from Florida. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. So interesting that an NHL player actually came from Florida. Florida man plays for Flyers. And that concludes all the series. But yeah, that's going to be a good one to watch unbiasedly. So, now that we've done that, let's get to our unboxing. Which box should we start with first?
The one shaped like a box.
I believe that's this one.
Oh, cool. I'll use my 1996 Ford Taurus key.
Let's go ahead and slice that open for us. What do we have inside? Alright, viewers.
Wow, how fitting.
Before we tell the viewers what it is, why don't you go ahead and comment down below and tell us what you think is in this box. We'll even hold a second here. Alright, make sure you like and subscribe this video if you like what's in this box. If you don't like what's in the box,
unsubscribe.
No, do not unsubscribe, but you can comment about it if you want. Alright, let's just take off the box. We have a Buffalo Sabres set of mini sticks. What do you think?
I think we're actually going to use these.
Is it exactly what you dreamed of?
Yeah, because you already have the same set.
Come to think of it, that was a rather large box for just this. Like, viewer, look at the size of this compared to this box. So you can see
Amazon
the
maybe
paper.
Amazon doesn't have any smaller boxes. Don't judge them.
Yeah, apparently Amazon ran out of boxes because you can see just the massive size of this box with nothing else in it.
Well, based on that, then the size of this box might give something away.
Well, it could be the same thing, or it might not be. Let's find out. Let's open this one up. All right. All right. Why don't you go ahead and comment what's in this box too?
Well, would you look at that? It's the Detroit Red Wings.
And not only that, there's more.
They're mortal rivals.
The St. Louis Blues. Fascinating.
Wait, why did they put two of them in one of the... What?
I don't know, but we got the Blues and we got the Red Wings. Did you order this?
Yeah, I did.
Excellent. Well, they're here. We got one more box, though.
Flashy.
I love the colors, bright colors. We do have one more box. Let's open it up.
I thought this one...
Right here.
I thought this would be the box with two of them. I saved this one
This
for
is
last.
this is the largest box, so I don't know what's in this one, but we're gonna find out.
I'm kind of confused. Did I order extra things?
Make sure you comment what's in this box as well. I love comments because I like to respond to them and tell you, yes, you were right. Congratulations, you guessed what was in the box.
Thanks for commenting, Mom.
Come on, open it. Let me get my keys out. Let's see if I can get this tape off the other side.
Nah, you're good.
Here we go.
Okay, that's highly unnecessary.
Okay, this is the one. This is the one. The Arizona Coyotes mini sticks. With
Look a little dusty.
with 2 balls included. That's because there's not a lot of Coyotes fans. You know, they don't. They're really hurting for fans, so these are probably haven't been ordered in a long time. But we got 2 Coyotes jerseys up here because the Coyotes managed to upset the Preds. I know you love the Preds, and
You got a Blues jersey up there.
I do have a Blues
Got a
jersey.
Sabres jersey up there.
Because I wanted to talk about one more thing there. I wanted to talk about how
One thing we don't have is the Red Wings.
Well, first of all, I want to talk about how the Blues have been disappointing this postseason. Like, really, I believe they're only they lost all their games so far, haven't they? They lost to the Golden Knights. They lost to the Stars.
Yep.
Did they lose to the Stars?
No, Stars is today.
Today, okay. And then they lost to the Avalanche with the last second goal.
Yep.
And they played one other team. Who was it?
What? No, St. Louis can't play any other teams. There's only 3 other
Oh, yeah,
teams.
so there are only 3 games then. I was right. They lost 2 out of 3 games so far, and their 3rd game today. Really, just after winning the Cup last year, they should be better, but well, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think they're going to be better once the playoffs start and then you get a little more energy? David Perron going to score a hat-trick every game?
Yeah, I hope so.
And then the Sabres jersey I brought because, a lot of people are going to be saying, what if? And what if the Sabres had made the playoffs instead of the Habs? The next game that the Sabres were supposed to play was going to be against the Habs, actually, in the regular season before Corona hit. And had they won that game, they probably would have been in the spot that the Habs were in. And they could have made, potentially, the playoffs. But I think that in no world would the Sabres have ever beaten the Penguins. What are you doing there with that box?
I'm creating wind.
Okay, well, anyways, in no world would the Sabres ever beat the Penguins. I love to think they would have, but instead of playing this what-if game, how about we start preparing for next season and try and actually win something here? The Habs did us a favor. They won the series. Had they lost to the Penguins, then I would have been like, oh, well, the Sabres should have been in to take their spot and actually win. But since they actually won, I'm surprised. And I'll give them a lot of credit here. They outplayed them defensively, and they outworked the Penguins, which is something that not many teams have. And I think that window is slammed shut on those Penguins. Their cup window is done. Go Sabres. And we look forward to next season. Any last comments about the Sabres here?
Nope.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. And let us know who you think... every single one of these episodes, let us know who you think is going to win the Stanley Cup. I don't mind you updating your picks. As we get more information, you should be able to pick more accurately here. Now, tell us if there's any series you want to listen to or you want more information about, and we'll be happy to talk about them, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we'll discuss them. He might not say everything you want to hear, but he didn't say much today at all, so... Go Sabres. We got the Blues and we got the Red Wings. Did you order this?
Yeah, I did.
Excellent. Well, they're here.